Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski. Welcome back to another episode of Road to PokeMMO, a series where we sort of build a main account from scratch. This is Season 3. We are currently in the Hoenn region, and our side goal is to eventually make 10 million Pokeyen from scratch. And I know that might sound insane, especially looking at my current Pokeyen stack, only at around 35k. But once we get past the actual region, once we complete it, once we beat the Elite Four, once we get access to things like Ditto farming or even Tentacruel XP and stuff like that, we're really going to come into our form and really be able to make a ton of Pokeyen really fast. It's all about developing those resources and actually getting access to stuff and then abusing them with a lot of time and just really farming hard. But first things first, we need to focus on the storyline. We're still here at Mount Chimney in Hoenn, and I believe I don't know where to go. I kind of just got to go around, talk to people, figure out. I'm really terrible at storylines. If you ever see me play PokeMMO, I'm much more of a late game grinder type of guy. I've been in the late game in PokeMMO since like 2014, 2015 era, so I've been in the late game for a long time. It's always hard for me to jump back into the storylines and try my best, but today we're going to be doing that. We're trying to get the 4th gym badge in Hoenn, and we're working our way through it slowly. These guys are all locked into battles. It looks like I've got to head over here. It looks like these guys are going to want to fight me now. I'm assuming that these guys are going to have some sort of fire-type Pokemon. They're Team Magma. Brown's fire-type Pokemon. I'm wondering if I should lead with something like Meowth here. Lead with a Sandile. Do I have any choice bands or any items on me? I forget what items I have access to at the moment. Let me get some things set up, and we'll take our first battle. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just lead Meowth, at least for the time being, for that fake out lead. I'm not going to be putting an item on my Grovyle because we do have Acrobatics, which is a lot of our damage right now. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and jump into this fight. I'm not sure how difficult these fights are going to be. I know that in a lot of ROM hacks, these are like some of the most difficult fights in the entire game, but I haven't done this sort of battle in a really long time. Now, the Zubat very well might have access to Inner Focus, I'm assuming, so Fake Out's probably not going to flinch it no matter what, so I'm probably going to go ahead and Payday here turn 1 and then go into a Cut turn 2, and that should be my maximum damage, and then also get a little bit of Pokeyen along the way, since I'm not going to be able to flinch this thing most likely. Go ahead and take this out. Really easy first fight. Immediately got jumped into the second fight, which was super expected and understandable. Let's see if we can get a fake out against this person. They do lead Numel, so we should be pretty safe to fake out into Payday, and that probably kills, but I'm not sure of Numel's base defense stat off the top of my head, so I might need a few more turns. Let's go ahead and check the fake out damage, and we'll go from there. Yep, we'll be perfect to fake out into a Payday. Super easy fight once again. Now, I think from this point, I'm just going to keep on heading up north from this mountain. There shouldn't be any difficult fights up until the actual boss fight, quote-unquote boss fight, which is one of the team leaders. I don't know if it's Team Magma or Team Aqua, so I'm just going to blast through these trainers, and I'll show you guys the footage once we get up to the actual boss fight. This fight might be a little tough, but it should be mostly fine, especially I think we have access to Giga Drain on our Grovyle, which is really important for sustain, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, well, this fight actually did become a lot more difficult than I realized, not even getting to the boss yet. So this Torkoal has been obliterating me. It's taking out huge Pokemon, my Meowth, my Sandile, and now I'm trying to answer it with my Grovyle, but it's really high defense stat. Alongside, it was able to set up Sun and get a Flame Wheel, huge like damage boost. It's actually been mowing through a ton of my Pokemon, and I realized I have a huge kind of issue with my team. Pretty much all of my Pokemon are physical attackers, literally all of them, except for Giga Drain on Grovyle, but it's going to be able to resist it, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do enough damage to it. Honestly, my best bet here is probably to go over to something like Abra and just sacrifice it and try to bring in Sandile and get some damage off. So I really didn't want to have to sacrifice a Mon here to get a switch in against this trainer. I wanted to save my Abra as a sacrifice going into the boss, but even this guy is proving difficult to me, so it really shows, I mean, the power level of the PokeMMO storyline once again. I'm going to come in on Sandile here. I'm even quite over-leveled. I'm going to come in on Sandile here, go for a dig. I should be much faster. He's going to switch out over to Mightyena. That's totally fine. This should intimidate me, though, which is unfortunate. Yeah, losing that attack boost is rough. Maybe we might even make a switch over to Scraggy and go for a Rock Smash or something at this position. 31%, definitely not nearly as good as I wanted it to be. I'm going to make the switch over to Scraggy now because I don't mind essentially sacrificing him, but I might need to go heal after this fight. This fight is real. I might even lose. This is really shaping up to be a really difficult battle for me. I'm probably slower here as well, so my Scraggy is probably just going down here, but that's okay. That's how it goes. Unfortunate. I didn't expect the Thunder Fang, so I could have technically gone Sandile on it, but shouldn't ever really expect that to that extent. So I'm going to bring in Grovyle here and go for a Giga Drain, which should sustain me to some extent. Hopefully get some HP back. If I can get above 55% or so, I was thinking getting above 55% or so would be good because that would allow me to survive the Tortle's Flame Wheel, but that's actually not true because since he switched out the Tortle, he's going to come back in, set up Sun again with Drought, as we see right here. So now he's actually able to kill me. So this thing kills me with Flame Wheel. So I have to think, how do I win this? This Torkoal had Citrus Berry and so much Sustain that really ended up costing me a lot. I feel like my best bet is actually to rely on Sandile here. So I'm actually just going to Giga Drain. This is probably not, it's not going to kill the Torkoal, and my Grovyle is probably going to die here. I think I actually have to rely on my Sandile here to sweep with Moxie. So we'll see how this goes. This could be, I could just be a huge misplay here. So we're sacking our Grovyle. We're going to bring in Sandile, and hopefully Dig is enough to KO everything and sweep through with Moxie. You have to be able to abuse those Moxie procs. Moxie is just so important. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Dig here. Let's see if he goes for any sort of switch or anything. Looks pretty safe. This should do enough damage definitely to KO this thing. 19.4. We get our first Moxie proc. We haven't seen that in a sec. Numel should definitely be dead to the Dig. It really depends on what his last Pokemon is, whether I can win this fight or not. It's actually absurd how close this fight is going to end up being. Golbat, wow. So that's really bad. I mean, at least Crunch can hit him for neutral, so maybe it's winnable. I think it's winnable because of that. Because I can Crunch him for neutral, I think it's actually winnable. Yes. Wow, that actually, I didn't think that would one-shot. That's pretty absurd. That is a lot of damage, so that will actually allow us to win this fight guaranteed then. But that was really, really close. Really, really scary fight. Not even at the boss yet. I think I'm going to have to go heal before I can even get to the boss. That is unfortunate. Like, there we go. There's that guy. We did a lot of XP, but only 960 Pokeyen. Like, a little over 1K with the pickup. But here's the boss I was trying to fight, and I have to teleport. I got to go heal. I'm going to have to just come back to this location, because I obviously can't take on the boss with this party. Okay, wow, I totally didn't expect this, or I guess forgot about it, but we actually have our Sandile evolving into Krokorok. I'm literally just trying to get back to that mountain, Mount Chimney that I was at. It's quite a long trek, so I don't want to show you guys all the boring footage of me kind of trekking back from, I'll show you guys, from essentially, all the way from here, this Falibor town, all the way over to like this route. I have to trek all the way around. It's a little bit of a hike, nothing crazy, but yeah, we got our Krokorok evolution. That's really cool. Honestly, should up the stats a decent amount. Let's like, we can kind of compare 82 attack, 74 speed. What's that compare to Sandile? 72. Honestly, not the craziest stat jump. It's kind of shocking, honestly. But I know the stat jump between Krokorok and Crocodile is pretty huge. So once we eventually get to level 40, that will be absolutely massive. And it's just still cool to see. And it means we're progressing more in the move pool as well. I should check to see if there's any important moves. Like 42 is really good. But other than that, yeah, nothing crazy until 42. 40 and 42, I guess, are the two big milestones we're looking forward to. Alright, after a little bit of trekking, we finally made it all the way back to the boss fight. So let's go ahead and take it on. Let's see how difficult it is. I'm actually leading Krokorok for this fight, so let's go ahead and see how far that gets me. I really want to try to take advantage of those Moxie procs if possible. I mean, that's the whole reason why I started off this region with these 3 Moxie Pokemon. So let's try to play into the strengths of this team and think about that into this battle. Now, this is a really good lead for me. Camerupt should get hit really, really hard by Krokorok's Dig. So hoping for the best here. Should do a lot of damage. Hoping he doesn't go for like an EQ or a magnitude. That would be possible on that turn. Thankfully, I outspeed, so I don't have to worry about it on the second turn. But it's totally possible he goes for like an EQ or a magnitude on that first turn. Yep, there's the magnitude now. And that would have really obliterated me. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go for a Crunch here just to avoid the possibility of that magnitude hitting me while I'm underground. Just very simple stuff like that. It's crazy how there's so much tactic that can be used in the PokeMMO storyline. Just simple stuff like that actually really does matter. If I make that Dig play there, I risk him going for that magnitude and me just, you know, being incinerated as this Houndoom uses. I'm taking a lot of damage here, but it shouldn't kill me. Hopefully I don't get burned. I don't remember the burn chance of Incinerate off the top of my head. Houndoom shouldn't have access to EQ. They should one-shot this. Yeah, I was going to say. Stab, Moxie boosted 1 times, Krokorok. Hitting a Houndoom with EQ definitely should KO. So we are at low HP here. It might be worth to potion up if he brings in something that is faster than me. Mightyena comes in. It's actually going to go ahead and intimidate me here. I'm curious about whether it's worth to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and Dig. If this thing is faster and yeah, okay, there we go. If it goes for me, fair enough, but I'm going to go ahead and just make the Dig play. I don't want to waste my potions if possible. I don't quite kill, just barely 97.2% damage. Super unfortunate to see, but who cares? That's okay. Our one croc taken out. I don't think that crit mattered. Now, I probably want to bring in my second Sandile, and bringing in the second Sandile does two things. It's going to essentially set me up to get more Moxie procs, and this thing's going to get strong, as well as it's going to get some more XP on this Sandile and hopefully get it to level 29 and get it into a Crocorock just like the other one. So I'm going to go for Dig here. It feels a little funny. Oh, super potions. That's a little scary. That's what, yeah, so my last opponent that had that Torkoal, that was a huge thing that I actually forgot to mention. He had access to a super potion and a citrus berry, so that's why it really ended up having so much sustain. Wow, that's really unlucky. I don't know if you guys actually quite caught that. My Quick Claw activating there actually caused me to take a lot more damage, which is super unlucky. So Quick Claw actually has some huge anti-synergies here with the Dig. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. So we are faster to get it off, but please don't Quick Claw activate here. He's gonna make a switch play. Into Golbat. Are you kidding me? Look at these genius plays coming out from the AI. I'm gonna go ahead and just go for a bite here. I think I'm probably gonna be outsped and killed. Yep, it's just like that. But that's totally okay. I can't bring Meowth into this thing, that probably has inner focus to dodge those flinches. I think I might just go over. I think Grovyle is my only play. I go to Grovyle and go for like an Acrobatics or something. It's not a very good play here. Wing Attack's going to do a lot of damage to me, but Acrobatics only doing 44%. Definitely in a rough position this fight. Definitely in a rough position, kind of as expected. Now, I think I want to go for a Sacrifice play here. I think my best bet is going to go to Abra, Sacrifice to buy a turn, and then go over to Scraggy, I think, and sacrifice that to potion up my Grovyle. I think that's my best play here. I'm going to go ahead and make that play and pause for a sec. Okay, Energy Powder to heal up my Grovyle. My Scraggy does get taken out, one shot by the Wing Attack. This thing is really doing a lot of damage to me. I think I want to go ahead and go Meowth here, honestly, and just spam Cut. Because I don't want my Grovyle. I want my Grovyle to take as little damage as possible. I think my best bet here is to go Meowth, put it in range. I'm essentially putting it in Acrobatics range. I know my Acrobatics is 44%. So now I'm essentially sacrificing my Meowth here to make it so that my Grovyle takes 0 damage from this thing. And then I have to hope that I can Giga Drain the Mightyena and kill it and sustain, which I should be able to do. And then I can kill whatever that third Pokemon is that I haven't seen yet. This is what I'm worried about. If this Pokemon is something scary, if this is like a Torkoal or something, if this is a Torkoal, I'm definitely in trouble. You look for Mightyena first, which is super understandable because obviously he's going to get the Intimidate proc. I should be safe to go ahead and Giga Drain here. Giga Drain special, so it's not going to get brought down damage-wise by the Intimidate. Super nice. What's the last Pokemon? Show it to me. Do I have any sort of X items that I could use against this to maybe make up for this? Let's see what his last Pokemon is. Kadabra. Okay. I think we're actually fine. We do have Assurance. Is it actually worth to use Assurance over Giga here? I think so. I think it actually is. I think I'm faster. I wonder if Giga might have actually killed. I think Giga might have killed because the Intimidate proc, but it shouldn't matter. Yeah, I know this thing can't one-shot me in return. Giga Drain might have actually done more damage there. I probably should have gone for that, but that's okay. GG's. We are able to take down the boss. Once again, a really, really tough fight. 5 out of 6 of our Pokemon being fainted, but we were able to take him down and restore peace to the world. No too much water, no too much land. That's the the whole storyline of this ridiculous region. 1,500 Pokeyen, pretty much nothing, but that's okay. I just want to go ahead and keep taking on the storyline and earn more badges. That's all I care about. I want to progress as quickly as possible. Now we go interact with this thing. I think when I first did this one, I totally forgot to do this, but make sure you guys interact with this thing and take the Meteorite. This is important. I forget why, but make sure to go ahead and do that. I always forget that. Okay, I almost clicked teleport here, but you actually don't want to teleport here. You actually want to run all the way back down the mountain, essentially, and head over to that first part that had the, what's it called? I guess this thing right here. We want to head south from here. I wonder if this lady has anything to say to me. Lava cookies? I didn't mean to buy that, but oops, spent 2,500 on a lava cookie. Don't waste your money on that. But we want to head down this path. Now, hopefully, I don't die on my way down. I also need to be careful. You want to avoid this, I think is what the guide said. You want to avoid, there's a very specific path here. And if you mess up, you're going to have a really, really long trek back. So let me make sure that I'm taking the right path. But I believe I should be safe to actually head down these. I think I have to do this. I think I actually have to avoid this. And you have to hold your B button and essentially make your way down the rocks. I think that's the strategy that I'm supposed to follow here. I don't know if it actually would have mattered if I just went down here. I think that actually might have been fine. but they just say to be very, very careful here, and I just don't want to make a mistake here. So once I'm going to hold my B button, hop over these. This is one of my favorite animations in all of Pokemon, so happy to be looking at this. We want to make our way over to Lava Ridge Town. That's the plan. So I probably could have just gone down the rocks. That would have been totally fine. I'm gonna battle this trainer really quick. Hopefully this trainer should be fine. Really hoping he's not able to just kill my Grovyle. He does have a Tailo, which is a little scary, but it's level 20. Hoping this battle goes fine, but it should be fine. I'll see you guys after it. Awesome. I was able to one-shot both of his Pokemon and actually sustain some HP on my Grovyle, putting my full HP. So actually a really good battle to take care of. So following the guide, they say it's really, really important to make our way over here to Lava Ridge Town. We want to go ahead and log the PC here. Is this where we were before, or what was this? Yeah, I don't think we've visited this town yet. So I want to heal up here, and I think this is just the new town location to actually give us access to the gym. So I think the gym is right here. I think this is the 4th gym. So I think we're actually going to be able to just take that on in this episode, which is awesome. I don't see a reason why to just stall. I think we're going to go ahead and just try to take it on, see how difficult it is. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully it's not. Is a teleport type gym or a falling? Yeah, teleport-esque where we're falling through these holes. I'm never a huge fan of these. Let me look up a quick guide on how to get through this as quickly as possible. Alright, it's been a while since I actually visited my PC and looked at the Pokemon I had, so I actually switched up my team quite a lot for this upcoming gym. As you can see, I've changed 3 Pokemon around. I now have Gyarados, Palpitoad, and Tentacruel all in my party, which were from the previous playthroughs in Kanto or Unova, and it's really nice to, abuse that fact and use every resource to your disposal. When you come to a new region, you don't have to catch all your new Pokemon here and everything like that. You can totally use previously owned Pokemon in other regions as long as they're under the level cap. So every time you gain a new badge, you're getting access to more resources and being able to use more powerful Pokemon. So I actually have this Jolly Gyarados that's 23 plus attack and 20 plus speed. Super awesome to see. Put a Mystic Water on that bad boy. Has Aqua Tail and Rain Dance. This Palpitoad has Bubble Beam. Unfortunately, these Palpitoad and Tentacruel only have Bubble Beam, but their typings should be really good against this gym. And I really especially want actually special water type attackers against this gym like Tentacruel and Palpitoad, as opposed to only physical water type attackers like Gyarados, because even though so many of the Pokemon within here are super weak to water type moves, a lot of them are very physically defensive. So having access to those special type moves is really going to help a ton in doing more damage. Let's go ahead and try to start making our way through the gym. I do have a guide pulled up below that will hopefully make it pretty easy. So that's the first part. And then from here, we have to make our way all the way down and around over to, I believe, this one, if I'm not mistaken. And then this puts us in this location. We want to go just up and to the left. It looks like there's no trainers. It looks like there's no trainers in this puzzle, though, which is really, really nice. And then from this location, we want to head straight up into this 4th number. And then 4 to 5. It looks like we want to head up to this one right here. And then 5 over to 6, we want to head to this one. This is just the numbers I'm saying are just what they're labeled as. And then we go to number 7 on the guide, the image guide that I'm using. 7 is right here. And then from 7, we go from, check this really quick. I think we're actually supposed to hop over this, which is a little scary because I just don't want to make a mistake. And this should be 8, and this should put us at the gym leader. Nice. So it's really cool. There's no people we have to actually fight to get to her. That's honestly really, really relevant and really, really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and lead me out here. It's going to be a little awkward, honestly, but it should be fine since my goal here is to just chip down some HP with those fake outs and paydays. And then eventually my initial plan is to bring in Rock if possible and try to get some Moxie procs and start building up that damage. But if that doesn't work out, I should be safe to go ahead and bring in Tentacruel and stuff after. Now, it might actually be worth to go ahead and go to Gyarados first after Meowth, just to set up Rain Dance to really decrease the amount of damage they're all going to be doing. But let's go ahead and check how much. I know this fake out's not going to do too much. 22%, honestly, I'll definitely take it. Is it really worth going for the payday here to get the extra Pokeyen? I guess why not? It's not going to be a huge damage difference between payday and cut. Cut does do slightly more damage, so our Meowth does go down right there, getting 100% KO'd by the Earth Power from camera. But a little scary. I think it is going to be worth to go Gyarados here. I think going Gyarados first is super relevant just because obviously he can dodge the Earth Power itself. If this thing happens to have Hidden Power Electric for whatever reason, more power to it. But I'm going to go ahead and stick to this. Set up Rain Dance, and that'll allow our other Pokemon, even things that don't use water type attacks like our Krokorok, have an easier time coming in against these fire type attacks. So We do KO that thing through the Pasha Berry, which is super nice. It's obviously 4 times a week. We do a ton of damage. We have Rain Dance up. Torkoal comes in. This is actually going to reset our weather, which is a little scary, but thankfully we're able to just reset Rain again. And then even if he takes out Gyarados from some weird, move set, whether he has Solar Beam or Hidden Power Electric or whatever. I'm really scared of Hidden Power Electric because Gyarados is obviously 4 times a week to it. If they get paralyzed here, it would also be a little bit of an issue. Thankfully, we dodge 2 30% para chances from Body Slam. I'm actually really surprised we one-shot the Torkoal there. Wow. I know that I'm obviously a Gyarados in Rain, and I'm slightly over-leveled, 3 levels higher than that, but that thing has a 140 base defense stat. Yeah, Torkoal's base defense stat is essentially no joke. I have missed 2 Aqua Tails in this fight, which is a little unfortunate. 90% accuracy, but honestly, who cares? As long as you don't get Omni boosted there, it should be fine. And this Gyarados is just sweeping through. We do get burned here, which is a really big deal. It's going to have our physical damage, which is every sort of damage Gyarados has. But this gym fight, this boss fight, is going quite easy so far, I'd say. Honestly, I'm okay with sacrificing Gyarados here to essentially set up Rain and bring in something else to finish off. I think that's the better play. Overheat is going to take me out. Maybe Simple. Interesting. Overheat actually doesn't take me out, which is hilarious in the Rain. Special attack does drop. Wait, oh, I see. That's hilarious. I didn't know Numel could get the Simple ability. It's actually going to double its stat changes, so it's lowering its special attack by 4, not just by 2, which is hilarious. Aqua Tail actually kills through burn. Wow. Man, this really shows the true power of Gyarados and why I kind of recommend Gyarados is honestly one of the best Pokemon to get through a storyline with. I always recommend Crocodile, excuse me. I always recommend Crocodile and Scrafty. But Gyarados is your best budget option. It's so strong. It has access to Rain Dance and Dragon Dance to be able to set itself up and take care of other weathers and manage a lot of things. It's really powerful. It can have access to Taunt as well if you're really worried about something like that. But yeah, Gyarados is a really, really cheap Pokemon. Obviously, you can get Magikarp in pretty much any region just by old rod fishing. It's really, really easy, pretty much anywhere in any region. Really, really quick gym. Really happy to obliterate that. But yeah, just having access to. Also, a huge thing about Gyarados, a really important thing is that all of the good moves that Gyarados needs / learns are all through learned by level up. So you don't actually have to waste any Pokeyen using TMs on it, which is also what makes Gyarados so powerful. The fact that it can just learn Dragon Dance, it learns Rain Dance, Aqua Tail, Waterfall, Crunch. It learns everything it needs. You don't need to actually waste a lot of. You don't have to invest money into Gyarados. You just have to invest time and XP into it, truly. Alright, now I know this is probably one of the shorter episodes in this series or in this season, but I really enjoyed this one. I hope you guys did as well. I feel like there was a lot of tips and stuff that we talked about, a lot of important decisions made within a battle, within the storyline, within PokeMMO. So I really hope it was helpful to you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO uploads, and to keep track of this series. Check out the Discord link down below, join a really cool community, and then finally, if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, there are links to do so down below, but it's never required. I appreciate you guys' time. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Hey, if you're seeing this clip, that means you watched the entire video, and thank you. From the bottom of my heart, that means a lot, and this clip is used to say thank you so much to any of those who go above and beyond, any YouTube members, Twitch primers, Twitch subs, Patreon, whatever you may do to support the channel. It's appreciated, and your name is here. Thank you all so much, and have a great day.